Is Filipino baiting bad in and by itself? Or are some Pinoy baiters actually worth supporting? We're rounding up 8 of the biggest Filipino baiters on YouTube and rating their channels as yay, nay, or maybe to help you decide who among them are worth following and which ones are, well, not so much. Let's count them down based on their subscriber count. Number 8, Swiss Humanity. We're giving Swiss Humanity the biggest yay on this episode. Ironically, the YouTuber on this list with the smallest subscriber count at 46.6k is actually the one that gives back the most to the Filipino community. David Voits, a young Swiss traveler who has recently decided to go back to the Philippines after traveling to Africa, is all about growth and contribution.
That we need to continuously grow as an individual and contribute to other people.
Much like the other vloggers on this episode, he's also got videos about Filipino food and tourist destinations. But unlike Filipino baiters who are only after clout, he's decided to give up a life of comfort in Switzerland to make an impact in the Philippines. He sometimes holds live streams to talk about issues that matter and raising awareness for missions that seek to help end poverty. He's also used his earnings from YouTube to donate.
The secret to living is giving.
And help build a daycare for the indigenous people of Tabunan, Cebu.
Beauty and magic all around you. And if you can't see it or feel it, my friends, you can create it.
Number 7, Coffee with the Goose. Believe it or not, this guy's got more supporters than Swiss Humanity. His channel currently has 50.5 thousand subscribers. I mean, okay, he's a social worker who also does what he can to help the less fortunate. And he's also got more than 3 decades worth of experience on the radio interviewing the biggest personalities in sports and politics. Which begs the question, why resort to Pinoy baiting? He's creative and witty, and he creates some of the most entertaining material out there on boxing. Guess which boxer is featured the most on his channel? Yep, none other than Pacquiao. But we're not saying he's faking his support for Manny. Clearly he's a fan. There was even one episode where he drove to Manny's place in Vegas hoping to finally see him in person. Yeah, that was a little stalkerish, but you do you, Goose. And while he's got really great content on boxing and Pac-Man, a quick stroll through his channel and it's easy to spot a couple of Filipino targeted videos that seem a little out of place. Most iffy of them all is this video right here, where he talks about how Filipinos are the best in all of Asia. Yep, he's married to a Filipino. But I mean, come on. If this video isn't a whole lot of bootlicking, then I don't know what else is. Number 6, Finding Tom. Finding Tom, who currently has 152k subs, is one of the few foreigners who first spoke up against Filipino baiting.
Let's talk about Pinoy baiting. Filipino audience and fans. Foreign YouTubers exaggerate reactions.
Make no mistake, he's guilty of it too. But at least he's got the balls to admit it. Also, although he's got plenty of the usual stuff on most Filipino baiters' channels, like Filipino life hacks and trying Filipino food, he is one of the few non-Filipino YouTubers who use their platform to talk about issues that actually matter to the Filipinos. It's not all rainbows and butterflies on his channel. He talks about child labor in the country.
This is a picture of a child worker on board a jeepney, out to go sell products.
Scheming travelers.
Travelers sometimes abuse Filipino hospitality.
Investing in the Philippine stock market.
When the coronavirus is over, I plan to invest in the Philippine stock market.
Their obsession with fairer skin.
Filipinos need to stop thinking that whiter is better.
The jeepney phase-out issue in the country.
They may not be a symbol of the Philippines for much longer. There have been efforts to phase out old
and many more relevant topics. Number 5, Everyday TV. That's a big fat no for Everyday TV. This British couple is one of those YouTubers who just so blatantly use Filipino baiting to boost views and subs, currently at 309,000. If Pinoy baiting were a sport, Everyday TV, they'd be gold medalists. The clickbait titles, the Philippine flag on their thumbnails, titles highlighting the fact that they're foreigners reacting to Filipino stuff. Sophie also does a lot of covers of Filipino songs, though we doubt she understands half of the stuff she sings. And what's up with these? I mean seriously, I never knew non-Filipinos could be so passionate about Philippine malls. But if you think that's cringeworthy, You obviously haven't seen this video yet. Two white people riding around on a scooter that's been painted with the Philippine flag. Hold on, isn't that illegal? Number 4. Brett Maverick. Brett Maverick is a Canadian actor and vlogger who's got at least 332k subscribers on his channel. On the one hand, he's adopted a stray dog in the Philippines, known locally as Aspens, so he gets points for that. He also went to Mindanao along with other vloggers from the Fighter Boys group, and they made several videos to help people get to know more about that often misunderstood region in the country. But there are at least a couple of questionable stuff he's done for clout. Like that time he made videos about his fake obsession with a Filipino celebrity, and that video where he spends a day with what he calls a royal family in the Philippines, who are in fact a political dynasty that have been criticized several times in the past for alleged corruption. Another British couple makes it to our list at number 3, the Juicy Vlog. These two have a pretty huge following of 506,000 subscribers, and it's not surprising why. It doesn't hurt that they're an attractive couple, but their channel didn't blow up until after 2018 when they decided to go to the Philippines. And these two know how to play the Filipino baiting game really well. The thumbnails that they use often say stuff like, "How did we not know about that?" and "We did not expect this." Adding the Philippine flag on the thumbnails, creating a related video immediately after something goes viral. They haven't really done anything too questionable so far. That's why we're not giving them a nay. But sometimes, it gets you thinking. Do they brainstorm daily on how to bait more Filipinos to watch and subscribe? They've even got a second channel up where they, you guessed it, react to Filipino singers and videos. At number 2, Making It Happen. Yep, another foreign couple, this time from Austria, with a 513,000 subscriber count. Here's the problem with this channel. They act surprised about everything. And when we say act, we mean some really bad acting. Especially on that one video where they were trying so hard to cry while talking about how the Philippines changed them. The buttering up to Filipinos and the bad acting is so cringeworthy, you'd actually feel embarrassed for them. It's also somewhat infuriating to think that they'd use the fact that Filipinos can get very emotional just for clout. But the worst of it all is how they went to the infamous Manila Bay Dolomite Beach just to act surprised. Really? You were shocked by a small strip of fake white sand? And even after it got slowly washed away by a typhoon, they went back there to sort of convince their viewers that, hey, all is well in Manila Bay. Kinda makes you wonder whether they were told or paid to do that. Yeah, we don't know. So let's go back to our list as we reveal the vlogger that earned the top spot. At number 1, Becoming Filipino. With a 901k subscriber count, Becoming Filipino is one of those channels that would make you wonder first whether or not they genuinely enjoy being in the country. But after having stayed in the Philippines since 2013, he truly has become Filipino at heart. It all started with him putting up a list on his blog where he asked people to add things, experiences, anything that makes them Filipino. He's gotten accustomed with everyday people living their everyday lives, and he is now calling the Philippines his home. Sure, the usual clickbait material is up there, from thumbnail to title to content, but apart from the fact that he hasn't really done anything that could be offensive to the Filipino people, he's also used this platform to raise more than $500,000 in donations, which he used to purchase relief goods, set up clinics, and reopen a school for children in Tacloban after Typhoon Haiyan. Are there other Pinoy baiters that deserve to be on this list? Let us know in the comments and tell us whether they deserve a yay or a nay, and we just might feature them on the part 2 of this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notifications to get front row seats to watch Cannon's mind-blowing videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.